Today 28 life happening in Enugu Biafra land. Happening today 28 happening in Enugu Biafra land. Today 28 happening in Enugu Biafra land. Today 28 happening in Enugu Biafra land. See them. Today to DRS. Hi. Happening in Enugu Biafra land. Today 28 happening in Nah, no shakeka. No shakeka. Come with fuel. No shakeka. Today 28 happening in Enugu Biafra land. Today 28 happening in Enugu Biafra land. They play the show. No Biafra, no peace. No Biafra, no peace. No Biafra, no peace. No Biafra, no peace. Now we love them. Now we love them. Now we love them. Today 28 happening live.
Give us Biafra, our country, or the zoo Nigeria will go down.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button. Hello Biafrans, welcome to Magnetic Dix TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and wherever you're watching us from. Today being 28th of December 2025, we, the team of Magnetic Dix TV, is wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes, so today we are bringing this news live and direct to you. It happened in Biafran land. The Biafran boys engaged the zoo army in the early hours of today being 28th of December 2025. They engaged the zoo army and they set their petrol vehicle on fire.
Now the Igbos should listen, the Igbos should listen, the governors in the east should listen. Now things is about to get out of hand. These people, they don't make noise. You should understand that. They don't make noise. They know how to execute their plans. Now the eastern governors should take note. You should guide the borders and recruit your first men. Make sure your arsenals are powerful. Because definitely, southeast, you will feel the heat. You see what is happening in the north? The heat will be transferred to the south and east. So everybody should be careful. We should be careful. I have said it, they don't make noise. They know how to execute their plans. And definitely, we're going to see it happen if nothing is done. We should strategize. We should take note. We shouldn't be smiling. We shouldn't be rejoicing because the US just attacked and it will take time. Now, where are we expecting them to reciprocate? Down to the east and the south. That's all I have to say. Thank God, remain blessed.
Give us Biafra, our country, or the zoo Nigeria will go down. Give us Biafra, or the zoo Nigeria will go down. We can no longer beg you to give us our country. We will not beg you people to give us our country, but we bring you down. If we stand for you people, you will beg us to retreat. If we stand for you people will beg us to retrieve. And if we start, we will make sure that the Nigerian zoo fall down. Let me tell you people, we're no longer afraid. And we are not coming with protests of give us Biafra. We are going to come by fire, by force.
So guys, you can see that so many people are also calling on the government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That incarcerating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the solution. That is not what is going to bring the solution of what is happening already in the southeast, as the country is already in chaos because of the Fulani herdsmen, the bandits, the terrorists, the herdsmen, all the things that they are doing in the north, you know.
You see, life is a mystery. I repeat, some of us are carrying the spirits of our aggrieved fallen heroes. I'm not doing schizo. Just listen to me. You see, I used to have a nephew. His name was Enewar Pemi. From the age of 3, when he could start talking, he started calling names like Ojuku, Gowon, Biafra, Battalion, Captain, Major. His only play was to carry stick. Sergeant, take cover. Follow me. Fall back. By the time my nephew was 5 years old, he started telling us detailed gist about the Biafra war. He told us how it started, things that happened on the battlefield. He told us about betrayal, how they were ambushed, how they fought. He even narrated his own death. The bullets can't hit me for here. I shout. I fall down. I can't struggle. Sometimes he will cry while telling us the story. This is not a skit. He was my nephew. And yes, I met him. Yes, he told me himself about Biafra. Then they took him. Maybe because he could remember his past life. So, Tinubu, anybody out there fighting the Biafra people, I am not an Igbo woman, but I will tell you that if you think if you kill Nnamdi Kanu, the dream of Biafra will die, then you lie. The spirits of aggrieved fallen heroes, they are not resting. They will not rest. They will keep coming back. And each time they come, the heat will get stronger until you can no longer handle it. You can appease the people. You can find a lasting solution. But if you think you want to suppress it, you are committing greater evil. A word is enough for the wise. If you know what is good for you, release that man and find a lasting solution to the problem of the Igbo tribe. You cannot kill their dream.
Whether you like it or not, listen. If the messages of Nnamdi Kanu was natural from man, Kanu would have been no more today. But the messages Kanu brought, all the prophecies, was divine from God. That is why you see, Kanu will take everything where accomplish whatsoever is happening now, because his messages, his prophecy are divine from heaven. How can you watch a single man, una watch man, Nnamdi Kanu, where we say, Kanu knows everything, the in and out of this country. How did he know? Now Shama be waiting. Everything, I believe it was divine. It was direct messages from our Father in heaven. It was direct message. That is why nobody should play with all the prophecies of Kanu. Kanu is the only living prophet where I know on earth as of today. You see every other people that call themselves prophets and prophetess that cannot design what's going to happen tomorrow, that cannot tell us this side date, this guy date, so they are all fake prophets. Our prophet is in prison. They're sentenced to life imprisonment. Final good. That is his destiny. You may not understand. If you there here now, you figure the right comment section, talk anything, but I'm telling you, now his destiny be that. Don't be surprised. He don't fulfill the purpose why God sent them come. He don't fulfill the purpose why he came. He don't fulfill all the messages why he came. This same thing don't happen to so many great people. They put them in prison. But from prison, they became kings, where everybody they worship.
So, dear friends, you know that some elites from the north are supporting these bandits, supporting them in what they are doing. And that's why they are against Donald Trump in what he did. Because more are coming. More herdsmen or more terrorists or bandits are going to go down. Oh yes, more is coming. And you can see that so many people are now coming up to speak for Biafra, to speak for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Guys, listen to them in what they said here.
A lot of Nigerians have been crying that Trump only sent bomb to an empty space, that the bomb no touch any bandit, he no touch any T group, saying just waste the bomb and all of that. Even Atsari Tokumbo don't they cry since because of this bomb where they send. Many APC supporters don't they cry since. Gumi don't they cry since. Now the truth of the matter is, if this bomb no touch any T group or bandits whatsoever, why una can't they cry? It good make person get brain, no. It good make person get wisdom. Now whether you like it or not, or whether bomb touch somebody or did not touch somebody and all of that, what Trump did is bigger than the whole of Nigeria. You know, most of una the reason for una news. That is why una no get sense. What Trump do was a strong warning to the people where they support T group, bandit, where they support the pine of Christian. A strong warning to them. Those people where they support T group, and message to T group that my eyes is on you people. I know una headquarter. That bomb was sent, I just warning to you. For those of you Nigerians wey no get sense, make I quickly open our brain to something wey Trump do wey una no understand. Trump did not strike Sabisa Forest. Trump did not strike Yobe. Trump did not strike Zamfara. He did not strike Benue State. He did not strike Plateau State, the hideout of this T group. Una know the one that say why this guy no strike all these places wey be say the thing they really deal with people. But where did Trump strike? He strike the heart of the caliphate and the center of Islamic jihadists on Christmas Day. If you want really destroy something, you cut it from the root. If you want to get rid of a tree, you cut it from the root. Everything one at the see so. Trump understand. He struck the headquarter of where they dispatch those problems to every region. A lot of una no know. Now just if you say, oh, Trump tried this one. No. Did you ask yourself that why do Trump did not strike these places that they were unaliving people? Why is it the caliphate, the center region of jihadists, place where they start their jihadist agenda from, where they claim from outside land, where they turn out to their own? It's that place. Why is it that place that Donald Trump strike? Una think say Donald Trump no get sense. Make una they cry they go, making they do your own work. Donald Trump don't talk too much. He show workings. You guys continue talking because we Nigerians, we like talking more than action. But American, they do more than talking. Anyway, share your thought on the comment section responsibly. And for those that love to cry, cry responsibly on the comment section. Thank you.
You wanna bamba? You wanna chill with the big boys? Now you the wrong kitty kitty, you the wrong kata kata. No fit drink water drop cup. Sorry, the intention is not to laugh actually. Okay, all right, let's be serious here. Seriously, is this that didn't even allow me to come and make any video? Well, to say the fact, there's nothing to analyze here at the moment. The fact is, I just want to draw our attention to the next phase of this. That's after this testing the microphone. You see, the fact is, as expected, there will be propaganda everywhere. And evidently, you can see propaganda stemming from all angles. All right? So it's a point of duty for you concerned citizen that is tired of this extremism, this radicality as well, to push a counter propaganda. That's to say by saying, God bless America, God bless Donald Trump, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At the moment, we can even say, God bless blah, 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 right? So, in this propagandism, I think I've categorized them into maybe 3 or 4 categories. You have the Pan-Africanism. The Pan-Africanism of the mentality, we are Africans, we are great, we can do this, we don't need any whatever. But let's tell ourselves the truth. For decades now, sincerely, we have never been able to do anything. And even the quest for the Pan-Africanism mentality, whatever, to me, it seems like a delusion, right? The second categorization, I think, is from clerics. As evidently, you can see the message is just as usual. It's all about dividing across religious board. This is an attack on our religion. This is an attack on our people. This and that. Another part again is the sovereignty people. The sovereignty people were not there when we went to help Benin. And at the same time, whenever they're talking about this sovereignty, I begin to wonder what sovereignty exactly are people talking about in Nigeria here, sincerely speaking. Our sovereignty still remains intact on paper. We are sovereign nations. Nobody dictates for us, right? But that doesn't mean that the world will be seen a situation where we are gradually becoming a global liability and they will keep quiet and do nothing about it. So leave that your sovereignty. And regarding sovereignty, I keep asking people this question. What exactly is it do you think that the United States of America wants to come and achieve in Nigeria, that they want to come and take in Nigeria at the moment that they can't have even without this? That is a question I want to ask. Why for the likes of them general in general this in them and the people that have promised raining fire, we will fight, we will resist or whatever. I'm actually expecting or thinking by now at least you have already informed your war department and they are already preparing for a counter strike, Abi. But generally, let's look at it. Just like we have carried propaganda, people have carried propaganda, they are coming to unalive Muslims, to finish Muslims. At least you can see it for yourself. And lastly, I think one thing I have to say most important here is I think so far the United States has been able to clearly give these people the name they deserve, which is ISIS. Forget about all these other names that our newspaper medias have given them: bandits, headers, unknown gunmen, whatever. The general point of convergence here is ISIS. That is the general ideology. That is their modus operandi. So let's forget about all these other things. And seriously, at this point in time, well, it's just the beginning. But at least we should be able to give accolades to whoever deserves accolade, Abi. And in this regard, God bless the United States of America. God bless President Donald Trump. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And God bless Balablu Bulaba at this moment. A town hall is different from a Balablu.
I can tell you that what is going on right now is not a child's play anymore. It's no longer a child's play for what is going on in the country at the moment. Just listen to what so many people say concerning this Donald Trump strike against the herdsmen or against the terrorists in Nigerian country. Oh yes.
Okay. Good morning, my fellow Nigerian. In fact, I am in haste because to what I have seen, the attack in US by the airstrike, they said deadly airstrike in Sokoto, is a very embarrassing issue because on the first place, Donald Trump tell lies. There is no ISIS in Sokoto. In Nigeria as well, we don't have ISIS, but we have Islam of West Africa, and then we have Boko Haram, which there is a business forest and Lake Chad, not in Borno. In Borno, but in Sokoto we have Lakurawas in part of Kebbi who just passed out from the Sahel, and we have bandits which are military are fighting them, pushing them out. They're very unfortunate, very unfortunate. A minister or foreign minister who is from my state, Yusuf Tuga, they ask him a question: are we not surviving country? He say yes. Okay, why do they attack? He say they need partner. He say he's the one who called president. So, Mr. Minister, you want to kill us? That is the purpose of that. You sign an agreement with them, they call you on phone before you call prison. So prison was not aware you are the one who want to kill us, and you are from the north, you are from Bauchi State, and you want to be a governor. Bauchi said, this is your governor. This is your governor who want to kill us. Because that attack, Donald Trump says is attacking, is revenge for a Christian. Does they kill Christian more than Muslim? It is a lie. Sokoto State and Kebbi State and Zamfara State and Sokoto, Katsina State, where they kill Muslim higher than Christian. Even the Christian come out and see it. Donald Trump, you are a liar. Why don't you go and kill people from Israel? Israel killed 168 million Palestine who are Christian. Yesterday they celebrate church on that tree. Shame of you. You just want to attack where goal it is. You want to kill Muslim. We will not accept that. We don't need any partner with the US. And two guys should withdraw that statement. That is a embarrassment, and we don't need it. We have the military. You are not the defense minister. Why must they call you? You call them to come and kill us in Sokoto or what? Okay, where they hit the target, how many ISIS do they kill? The number of the ISIS are what? What type of weapon do they destroy? Because I'm a professional, I'm a soldier. What type of weapon do they use? They don't use Shilka, they don't use Ribas, they don't use 105 or Gombitan. What type of weapon do they commit? After hitting them, what do they do? Maybe they hit somewhere else. They want, in fact, this is a wrong signal because next one maybe they will inside in Sokoto, Kano, and some other state. Northerners, we have to wake up. Nobody can sell us. They have failed us completely. This is not fault of the president, it's fault of the minister, foreign minister, because I saw him live. I saw him live. It is not, they don't tell me a story. I see him live in Adiro responding to a question. And he did not tell them, so there's no ISIS there. What the hell about it? Okay, you say ISIS. The ISIS, US are the ISIS. The ISIS now is the president of Syria. And you even want to US, why don't you arrest him? This is the person who is wanted and is ISIS. You are a liar, Donald Trump. You are a liar. You just want to kill people for nothing. You are fighting for Christians. Why did they kill Christians in Palestine? Did you fight for them? Would you fight for them? Fuck you, man.
Biafran, you can see that Ogen Kene and Ngozi Orobeze, they made a speech concerning this December period in Biafra land, of how people are going to be conscious of their movement in Biafra land and so many other things. Just listen to them in what they said.
The acting Prime Minister, myself, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, fellow citizens of Biafra and countrymen, lovers of freedom, I bring you a warm greeting of love, joy, peace, and happiness. This has served as the main reason for the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, to humanity. But today, Islamic jihadist terrorists has come with a different mandate to eliminate everyone that doesn't incline to their belief of Sharia and jihad. Be security conscious, because the Islamic jihadist terrorists are everywhere in Nigeria. But in Biafra land, the protection of our babies, children, women and men are in your hand to secure as Biafrans by doing what is right and funding your freedom. Without you, all our heroes, we would have too many presents of bombing by the Islamic jihadist terrorists in Biafra. Our children would have been kidnapped, like over 300 babies were kidnapped in Niger State of Nigeria. We must make liberation of Biafra land our top priority. We must weed out all Islamic jihadist terrorists like America is doing today, so that our babies can be safe in their schools in Biafra land. We cannot run to abandon our ancestral land to the foreign Islamic jihadist terrorists. Biafra must be fully restored with all our hands on deck, and let's make it a collective effort. And to those accountability groups of Imam, Honorable Fulani, Orobeze, that worked so hard in the entire 2025 to destroy our finances for the Biafran because of their selfish interest, blocking the website, discouraging and deceiving Biafrans. You have been defeated, and Biafra Republic government in exile will continue to win in all front line. But Briggy hereby reminds all of you and a new folks that 2026 will be a bigger year of holding all of you accountable for all damages done to Biafran people. Greetings of the season and happy holiday to all of you. Remember why our Lord Jesus Christ came down to save us. I call him the #1 freedom fighter. He came down here on earth to fight for our freedom, to save us to salvation, so as to celebrate and remember the reason why we call our Lord Jesus Christ the greatest freedom fighter. He came down here on earth to save us, to give us salvation. The same thing with Biafra people, the pioneers of Biafran cause, they emulate the example of our Lord Jesus Christ. We are all freedom fighters. We are fighting to free the Biafran people and to also be part of this global community and to fight terrorism with the leader of the free world, currently United States of America, and other allies that love freedom and countries that love live and let live. Let us all celebrate wisely and also remember the reason why we are celebrating the greatest freedom fighter, our Lord Jesus Christ. We are all freedom fighters. We emulate him. We are fighting for the freedom of Biafran people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. God bless United States of Biafra. God bless United States of America. God bless the entire humanity, and let peace reign. Let freedom prevail. Thank you.
The Nigerian state needs somebody to help them fight Dr. Robertson. They need somebody to help them fight the USB cabinet. They need somebody to help them fight the restoration, the full protection of Biafra land. And they cannot go to our enemies. They can't go to Fulanese. They can't go to Hausas. They can't go to Yorubas. It's called the divide and conquer. Who are they going to use? They will come and look for those people they were following them, they kind of following Simon Ekpa, and then maybe those that may be even in the USB coming. Those are the ones they're going to be looking for. But you know the beauty of that? We are 10 steps ahead of them. That is why they are not succeeding. That is why Nigeria is going down. So their leaders, those that are sending them, we are dealing with them. Nigeria is going down by the second. So those of them that are remaining, that Arabese is still their little project for the end of the year or the whole of next year. First, you have to go and check, where is Nigeria state that is sending you, that you're fighting for? Where is their status? Where are they? Is Nigeria doing better or is going down by the second? Once you answer this question, you just shut the hell up and just keep quiet. And you know that you cannot stop this freedom, this restoration. You must answer that question first. You cannot fight Dr. Robertson who is fighting Nigeria. Doesn't make sense. It shows you are not following. It shows you never followed Onyende Nnamdi Kanu genuinely. It shows you never followed Simon Ekpa genuinely. Because if you follow these two people genuinely, you can never in your whole life fight Dr. Robertson. Never. No matter the angle you come from, it's not even a matter of saying, oh, she's doing this. You can never. You can't succeed. I'm not telling you to stop, but Biafrans will stop you. It's a promise. So again, thank you so much, Divinity. As far as the attacks, the complaints. Remember, some of them, they say they complained. They went to, you know how many of them that even filed a report to the FBI about Dr. Robertson. Remember those of them that they did all manner of things against Dr. Robertson. And again, you begin to look at their history. Those of them that have done or said those negative things against Dr. Robertson, where are they today? Where are they? When Sonia Akparawa and Co and Ogenkere were sleeping, sleeping on Twitter space from morning till night endlessly. You think they were saying the truth. You think there's anything good coming from them. But Biafrans know, and I told you, all of them have no authority to exist. Not Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu will give them that chance. Not Simon Ekpa will give them that opportunity. I'm promising you that. Because they have no basis for existence. No basis. No basis. No matter how they beg Odogu, no matter how you try to tell them, there is no basis for their it's just a matter of time, I'm telling you. Because there's no legality for their existence. The structure of this nation we are building today has already been laid by Obatobia. And remember, I was the chief of staff of Briggy. I was in charge of Briggy after the prime minister. There are no two ways about that. Whether anybody likes it or not, whether anybody thinks there are no two ways about that. I may not have been out there, publicly like that until what happened to Enugu. But remember, that's why I keep telling the world, Biafra Republic government in exile, United States of Biafra, de facto, all of them, they are under Dr. Oboeze. When Odogu was here, it was under our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. When Finland took our PM away, I was the chief of staff of the government. Even though some criminals, some mediocres among them were saying, oh, Dr. Oboeze is the chief of staff to Simon Ekpa. Those are some of the lies they propagate to the public. But I was there. I was in charge, whether you like it or not. Nothing will change that. I'm telling you. That's why there's nothing any of them can do today that I will not give you the fact of what happens. Nothing, zero, unless it's not important to the building of this nation, unless it doesn't matter. But as long as it matters, that's why they keep failing, they keep failing, they keep failing, they keep making mistakes. Because of either their envy, their jealousy, their greedy, their they've been doing it for the past 10 years. All these things culminated together, which they used to use to disturb the prime minister. They know they don't have any power. They know they don't have any basis for their existence. But they keep doing all these shenanigans, confusing those that are following them, thinking Dr. Oboeze will be moved. They do not even have a clue. They don't know me. They have, but I believe by now, most of them, they now know. I believe they know. That is why they already know that the more they fight Dr. Oboeze, the more they have problems. From Biafran, so not from me. These people are the least of my problems. I'm telling you, the job of the government is so huge that these mediocres on social media making noise. I saw the ones that we are calling, before I forget, looking for address for Kelena TV, looking for address for Thai television, and then
Progress the analyst.
Yeah, the address for Progress the analyst. And I was listening to these people because, trust me, I do listen. I do have time to listen to some of them and their mistakes. And I'm like, you are looking for address of Kelena TV, of Kai Television, to do what? These individuals have no power to exist. Again, the Biafrans, you see the way Nigeria now has no power to exist, except the barrel of the gun, which the world now have squared them up, telling them the power of the gun has a limit. These individuals, these fallback people that came out from Finland, all of them, again, All of them, minus none, all of them are in the same basket. Whether they all came out as Brigi and then Meadow Kenkere, their APM, voted publicly to do that. Now, many of them, they split from their Brigi to the CRC. All of them, after Finland, they are the same. But my happiness is that many of the people that we are deceiving around that January, February, many of them have left them. Even some of them, they are not even convinced among themselves in what they are doing any longer. They will tell you that they were the ones doing it. This Dr. Obese just come. And how can she just... And I keep telling people the beautiful ones are not born yet. Now, some, they are no longer calling themselves APM. After the hand, you go and sing a pant. He's not calling himself, I say Biafran. I say Biafran. So what happened to the APM? The APM. The thing is that, you know, these people, it's just when they say where is it? But it must have it, because without that, how can you destroy this our nation?
My one thing for honor when I discuss about the level of our prison. I wouldn't discuss what go level of prison. We realize the level of the storage facility. Oh, because I'll start to discuss it.
Again, the most important thing is that when you genuine Biafran start looking at our allies, because even some of them, they even to the point they disgrace themselves. Some of them will go to our allies and be telling them some trash, and they'll come and they'll come to me and ask me, Dr. Obese, who are these people? Why are they coming to us? Who are they? I don't want to. Who are these people? And I'm like, that is what some of our past leaders have been through. That some of them have had the problem. Some of them were so sick because of these individuals, they almost lose their lives. Some of you may not know how chaotic these individuals are. But the sanity that the nation has gotten, the stabilization of the polity that our country has gotten by getting rid of these people, we will all appreciate that. You will all appreciate that. And we must maintain it like that. We must maintain it like that. We don't need any chaos around us. Biafrans don't need any chaos. We already have a lot of work to do in rebuilding our nation that was destroyed by the Nigerian state. We can never give room for these, in bracket, Biafrans that are very chaotic, being used by the legitimized governors and Nigeria to distract us. We can't allow them. They can't come around. I'm telling them. I believe many of them already know it by now. That's why Hannah run Kichikata. They already realized that which day we are thinking will never happen. It will never happen. So again, dear friends, in my closing remarks, I want to thank everyone that has contributed money to this fundraising today. We had more than we expected, but again, it's never enough, knowing that we are building one of the best countries in the world, and it requires a lot of resources. It requires a lot of money, because that money is what Tinubu and Christopher Musa is trying to make sure that we don't get that money from diaspora. But because we've declared our nation, they don't know what to do anymore. So Biafrans, continue to donate even while we go on holidays. Continue, any little extra money you have, throw it into our Bank of America or our Wells Fargo account, or go to our United States of Biafra website and put that money, knowing that that money is going to where it needs to go. You all can see that it's going where it needs to go.
And I want to inform the United Nations and the international community leaders and all the lovers of freedom that Biafra is a Christian nation. We the Biafran people, we are a Christian nation. The only thing we are fighting for is justice. Only thing we need, we the Biafran people, only thing we need is justice. We need justice. Is there no more justice in this earth again? The only thing we the Biafran people need is justice. And that is why I took the August number. I'm always peacefully demanding for my nation Biafra to be restored back as a free nation. I'm doing this because Nigeria has already expired as a country. Nigeria has already expired as a country. And I don't know why the world is still keeping quiet in the issue of Biafra. Let's just do as a free nation. I don't know why the world is keeping quiet. I don't know why. And the Fulani Iceman, Fulani bandits, Boko Haram bandits, jihadis, all those Islamic terrorists, they are busy terrorizing our land, taking the resources that belongs to Biafran people. They are taking the resources that belongs to the Biafran people illegally. They are stealing our resources because they know fully well that Nigeria has already expired as a country. They are taking our resources by force. Our crude oil in Port Harcourt, they are taking it by force. Our coal, they are taking it by force. Many resources that here in the southeast, in Biafra, have been taken by force. And the world is keeping quiet. The United Nations is keeping quiet. And we Biafran people, we are a Christian nation. We are supporting Israel and America because we are a Christian nation. And I'm always peacefully calling on a peaceful referendum here in the Biafra land so that we Biafran people can go as a free nation. I don't support one Nigeria. I don't belong to Nigeria. I don't support one Nigeria. I have never worked for Nigeria government before. That is why I'm demanding for my nation Biafra to be restored back as a free nation. It is my fundamental right. It is my right to demand for my nation Biafra to be restored back as a free nation. And I'm calling on the United Nations. I'm calling on international community leaders. I'm calling on the American government to please interfere in the issue of Biafra. To please interfere in the issue of Biafra by restoring back my nation Biafra as a free nation. And stop the killing of the Christians here in Biafra land. If you kill one Christian, we are going to kill you more. If you kill one Christian, we are going to kill you. Let my nation Biafra go as a free nation. And Uwaziri can never declare Biafra as a free nation. Uwaziri, Chief Uwaziri can never declare Biafra as a free nation. Mazin Nandi can never declare Biafra as a free nation. I took the August number. I will declare Biafra as a free nation because we Biafran people, we are a Christian nation. Biafra is a Christian nation, not for everyone. And if you are taking any resources from Biafra, you are stealing it, and you must pay for it. One day you must surely pay for it. Any resources that are taken from Biafra land, you must surely pay for it because Nigeria has already expired as a country. And if you call yourself one Nigeria, you are owing me because all the resources that are taken from Biafra land, you must surely pay for it. You will never go scot-free. And I'm going to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to interfere in the issue of restoring Biafra back as a free nation. Because Nigeria has already expired as a country. You can never force us to be a Nigeria. Because we don't have the same religious, we don't have the same traditionalists, we don't have anything in common. So now that Nigeria has already expired as a country, divide this country to save life. Divide this country to save the life of the innocent souls that are dying here every day. Let my nation Biafra go as a free nation. And justice for my nation Biafra to be restored back as a free nation. With Biafran people once again, we are supporting Israel and America because Jewish and Christians are friends. And we are supporting America and Israel. Justice for my nation Biafra to be restored back as a free nation. Only thing I need is justice. Only thing I'm calling is for justice. Let my nation Biafra be restored back.
Biafrans, thank you everyone watching this video. Merry Christmas to you all and Happy New Year. We all love you. Share this video and let us interact in our comment section. Yes, so bye.